Hey guys, yesterday I got the got it to where in the lights where you could filter and you could search stuff. So I could be like, oh, just show me the middle rows, and then I would just be limited to the three middle rows up here, or and then I could, and that's for the lights. So then I could say, oh, okay, let me go ahead and make that one closer. So that was my middle left. And then let's say, okay, I want to do that with all the left. So like left. And then let's go ahead and just make all of them closer. So we get, so that was our top left. That's the red up there. And so now basically it makes it a little bit easier to, kind of control what's and find what you're looking for, and organize things. Um, so I think that's cool. And so that's that. So today, what I added was the ability to delete a call a row, or also be able to change the intensity. So this is our middle left. So it's all white. So you could just boom, make it where there's no intensity, or drag it to the right and make it to where it is intensity, change the color. So basically we have two red ones over there on on the right. Now you kind of see it when this guy comes around the corner. You can see that it's very red over there, but then we could do this. I believe that's yellow. So now we have a yellow one. You see kind of how the yellow sort of bleeds into all the rest of these, because this is all white here. Um, there, or we could make it green, and that's pretty cool. And so, anyways, I added this color, our reusable color picker, added this intensity, uh, drag, and then added the delete. So the first things first, basically, I updated the interface, because initially when I set this up, there was no red color, green color, blue color. Um, and then so I added that, and then so inside of let's see, let me go to the mesh manager real quick. Basically, I deleted where we just automatically add a mesh in there, because now we're kind of done with that. I do need to change it to where by default it shows the raw data instead of the edit, but that is no big deal. So in our manager, first thing that we had to do, we did our basic imports so that we could use the matte slider and the color picker. And then we did have another column called intensity over here. So I removed that from the list because it was causing the trash can to go on the delete icon to go on the next line. And then added the default color of white to the lights. Um, and then let's see, we added this intensity, um, and it's based on whenever the value in the form changes. Now, one of the things is whenever the value in the form changes, it it happens. There's no debouncing or anything. It just happens. Unlike like when you change the intensity, I don't know if, let me see. I want to see the middle. Is it center? How did I, no, middle dash center light. Uh, so yeah, if we come in here and we change the intensity of that middle one, it just happens you can kind of see it happen as we drag it. Whereas like if we changed its color of the middle one, it does not happen until you drop it. And uh, there doesn't seem like, you can kind of drag this around all you want, and there's a lot going on. It does not seem to cause anything, and it's kind of a cool effect being able to do that. So I'm just going to leave it for now. But in the future, if there's some sort of performance issue, this is definitely where I want to check in. Okay, so we are halfway through. Um, so, anyways, I also added the ability to delete. Uh, this format label is what formats the coloring, the text up here on the top. So it doesn't do much. All it does is return the value that it's given. But if we wanted to add like some text, like intensity or something like that, we could do that. These are handlers that are very similar to everywhere else that that I've implemented the common control and the common color picker. Um, don't think there's anything. Oh, okay. Yeah, so I added padding to the top up here. I keep saying we because I'm so used to working on teams. This is the first time I've really worked on anything just this size. It's just all by myself. But yeah, so I added padding up there so that this would show up. If the padding's gone, you can't see the text. This 0.6 won't be visible. It'll be cut off. Um, in the HTML, I got rid of the intensity column, and then I added the delete button, and then I also added updated the form so that you could, so there's a slider for this intensity and for the color picker. So that's that. So yeah, that's that. That's the uh, interface. And then, okay, so in the ThreeJS service, I added I got rid of these question marks because these conditionals because we know the light exists, so that is not necessary. And then I added the intensity. Um, I also added updating the color based on whatever colors passed in. And then I added the delete light in here. So basically, it takes a delete. Now, what really blows my mind is how we do not need to. So on the add up here, this would not work until I refreshed put it into a new array. So basically, inform the table that there's a new array, and then it picks the updates up. But in delete, we don't need to do that. Delete seems to get caught without creating a new row in the light item. So I don't know. That'll get fixed. But for now, to get it to work, you have to. Um, I guess we've seen that enough. Let me just demonstrate this. So right now, light items just gets replaced by a new array called light items. And the reason is because like if I comment this out, hit save, and then I add a light, it never comes in. And that's because there's some kind of weirdness going on there. But if I put that in there, and then I add light, we get a new light. But that extra work or that extra stuff is not necessary in the lights. See, we never create. Well, actually, now that I think about it, I believe. No, okay, that's why. Because filter creates a new lights. It returns a new array. So that already happens from filter. Returns elements of array that meet the conditions. Method array. Yeah, see, it returns an array. I think that's what this means up here. Returns the elements of an array that meet the condition. So I believe it returns a brand new array, and that's why that's working. Okay, so and then here we set the color, and that's about it. This video is a little less than 9 minutes long, so bye and thank you. Happy coding.